Welcome to LogintoLearn podcasts, North Lanarkshire Library's Learning Takeaway. This series of podcasts will help you to revise for Module 1 of your ECDL course, the European Computer Driving Licence. And don't forget, if at any time you want to know more, you can always visit our website at www.logintolearn.com. This podcast will provide you with information on the Data Protection Act. The Data Protection Act 1998 regulates the use of personal data by all businesses. It aims to promote high standards in the handling of personal information and so to protect the individual's right to privacy. The Act defines personal data as any data that can be used to identify a living individual, including names, addresses, personalised email addresses and video images of such individuals, for example medical records and employee records. Under the Data Protection Act 1998, a person who determines the purposes for which and the manner in which any personal data is to be processed is the data controller. In a business that is not run by a sole trader or that is not a partnership, the business itself is defined as the data controller. The law requires data controllers to give their details to the Information Commissioner's Office for inclusion in a public register, unless their data processing is exempt. This is so that people can find out who is processing personal data about them and why they are doing so. The Act sets out 8 rules that data controllers must follow for protecting personal data. These are known as the 8 principles. Personal data must be obtained and processed fairly and lawfully, processed only for one or more specified and lawful purposes, adequate, relevant and not excessive for those purposes, accurate and kept up to date, kept for no longer than is necessary for the purposes for which it is being processed, processed in line with the rights of the individual. It must also be secure and protected against loss, damage and inappropriate processing. It must also not be transferred to countries outside the European Economic Area unless there is adequate protection for the information. If a business does not comply with the principles, the Information Commissioner can take enforcement action against the data controller, whether it is an individual or a business. Thank you for listening to our podcast. For other podcasts to help you to complete the European Computer Driving Licence and more information on our services, go to our website at www.logintolearn.com or call our free phone help number at 0800 953 1010.